We can't really emphasize this enough. This is a very serious situation.
It's Dr. Jeff Harp from Highland Family Medicine urging you to help flatten the curve. Good afternoon. I'm Leah Lando along with Mark Gruba. You will hear more from Mark's interview with Dr. Harp in just a bit. But first, a lot of updates today, beginning with the Monroe County Executive Adam Bello.
Lots of new information at a press briefing earlier this morning. 2 executive orders emerging. County government will shut down for non-essential employees and mandated temperature checks for anyone entering any of the 17 county buildings going forward. And we are learning more about the first person to die from the virus in Monroe County. 54-year-old Alvin Simmons died yesterday morning at Rochester General Hospital. Public health officials say he had underlying conditions, including hypertension, liver disease, as well as tobacco use. And
we're told he did work at Rochester General Hospital. According to his family, the situation developed extremely quickly, saying Simmons felt sick starting last Tuesday. He went to the hospital the next day, they say. He was diagnosed with pneumonia, given antibiotics, and took a test for the COVID-19 coronavirus. The family says by the weekend he was on life support.
Because I just want everybody to know that it's real. Please just self-quarantine yourself. Do what you gotta do. Don't go out here. It's not a joke. Please be out here safe. Wash your hands. Hand sanitize. Do the self-distancing. It's not a joke.
A powerful and important message from Michelle Wilcox, who is Simmons' sister. She too is in quarantine. According to Rochester General Public Information Officer there are some employees from RGH who are also in quarantine.
And there are now more than 2,000 cases of COVID-19 in New York State. That's according to Governor Cuomo. 20 people have died from the virus in the state. Close to 15,000 people have now been tested for COVID-19. In response, Cuomo is now asking all businesses to allow at least half of your employees to work from home.
No more than 50% of the workforce can report for work outside of the home. That is a mandatory requirement. I'm going to do that by executive order, and that is statewide. That will exempt essential services, meaning food delivery, pharmacies, health care, shipping, supplies, etc. Society has to function.
The governor says more than 100 people have been discharged from the hospital and recovered from the virus in New York State.
As we saw off the top this morning, we were joined by Dr. Jeff Harp in studio, talking about the importance of flattening the curve. He is urging everyone to take this seriously because we do not have enough resources needed to deal with a sudden influx of cases.
The way to do it is for everybody to believe that this is true and to stay away from each other. The classic experiment 100 years ago was during the Spanish flu. One city decided to go ahead and do its things. The other city decided to do social distancing and cancel everything. The city that decided to do its things had a death rate 8 times that of the other city.
They went about their normal activities.
About their normal activities. They had a huge celebration where a lot of people were there, and that was a disaster. The city that said, okay, we're done with this, we're just going to all isolate, distance and so forth, was able to really attenuate the amount of infection and the amount of death in their city.
Yeah, as more people are being tested, the number of confirmed cases continues to go up, and here are the latest numbers.
4 new cases confirmed now in Monroe County, bringing the total to 18. One of the cases is an Ontario County resident. There is also a confirmed case in Genesee County. Over 140 people now under mandatory quarantine in Monroe County.
Yeah, some very important messages today, once again, urging you to stop the spread. And we thank you for watching. For the very latest, head to rochesterfirst.com.